Good morning, everybody. Hello. It's Thursday, April 15th, 2021. Good morning. My name's Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. That means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, home decor pieces, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, welcome. If you're back, thank you for coming back, and if you're new, thank you for watching. This is a super fun hobby I've been doing for 19 years that really anyone can do. Our company, Stampin' Up! Does all the artwork for you, so you just stamp and create cards. Let me show y'all the cards from my last team meeting, swap, which is an optional thing, but you can also create, hey everybody, stuff like this. So this is one of the cards. This is again from my team meeting, so other people made these. So cute. I'll hold up one at a time, one in my hand at a time. Look at this one. It's like a little screen, but it's a card as well. You can write your note on there. Hey everybody, good morning. I'm gonna say hi to y'all in just a sec. Just showing some cards to give you an idea of what you can do with this awesome hobby. Of course, you can make scrapbook pages, gift packaging, gift tags, you know, gifts, all kinds of stuff. So much fun. Look at that. So those are my, and I think that's all of them. Anyway, from my team meeting, the swap, which is optional each month. So you make like however many people are swapping, that's how many cards you make, and you get back one of each. So that's a fun thing about being a demonstrator. Good morning, Cindy and Shirley, Robin, Rhonda Palmer, thank you for sharing. Good morning, Debbie and Jackie. Hey, Stella. As y'all come on, whether you're watching replay or in, live right now, say hi and or make a comment so that you can be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. They are going to use, I have a big mess in front of me today. And I just found something I was looking for a couple of minutes ago, so that's good. Anyway, today's cards are going to use the beautiful Friendship stamp set. This is a gorgeous stamp set that sorry about all those glares, I have loved since it came out, and I have used it more than some of my other stuff that's retiring. But I'm going to show y'all 3 cards with that one today. I might have a little bonus stamp set on one of the cards. But anyway, that one is retiring, so you can only get it while, for a short time here. I'll talk about that in a minute. Hey everybody, and if you share the video, by the way, just click that button that says share, and you can post it wherever you want. Comment that you shared, like a lot of people are, and you'll be entered to win. Again, all that stuff helps me. If you click if you click any of the emojis, if you comment, if you share, it all helps my business. I do this full time, so thank you very much. So let me catch up here. I think I said hi to, Debbie and Jackie and Stella. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. Hey, Dana. Good to see you. Good to talk to you again since yesterday. Hey, Pam. Good morning. Susan, no problem. That's the good thing about Facebook Lives, right? You can go back and watch the recording if you get interrupted. Hey, Amy and Liz. Thanks for sharing, Shirley. Hello, Lori. Hey, Sandy. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Beverly, good morning, and Sherry, and Landa, Terry, thank you, Terry. Hey, Joni, hey, Rhonda, Sue, and Nancy. Sue shared to a group, thank you. Hey, Stacy in Florida. Cindy says, can't wait to order my stamp set. Yay, thank you, Cindy. May the 4th. Let's see who else. Susan, Linda, Dana's gonna join again. Yay, Dana. That means join Stampin' Up. She's is a team member under someone else in my team, so she'll join under them, I'm sure. But she'll still be in the team. Yay. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Okay, so hello, everybody. Thank you guys for joining in. Like I said, my name's Jennifer Cotton. And you can win the cards from today if you comment on the video. You can have a chance to win the cards today. So I do 4 classes each month that anyone can take anywhere in the US, and this is the week of them. So technically I still have a few spots left for all of them: card, scrapbook, Stamp-A-Stack, and sampler. So if you would like to sign up, please check with me first, and I'll tell you if the spot has been filled or not, and if not, you can use the link. The scrapbook is, I don't have any of the samples here because thank goodness my helpers have them so they can cut for me. Scrapbook is art gallery bundle, 2 Mother's Day pages, I believe we're making this month, and 1 family page. And then next month we'll make the 2nd family page. Hey Shirley. And then, but they all use art gallery, so that's the only stamp set you need to own. And then card class, we're using the Welcoming Window stamp set. I have posted sneak peeks of all of these in my VIP Facebook group, by the way, so you can join that group to see the sneak peeks. Those are both $15 each, free with a $20 order. Stamp-A-Stack is using the Hydrangea Haven bundle. Of course, I personally think it's a gorgeous sampler. Sorry. Sampler is Hydrangea Haven bundle. And that's like a sampler is this. This is, I think, I don't remember if this is last month's now. I'm blanking out. I think it is, yeah. We did kind of a spring, sorry about all the lights. It's sort of an Easter theme, but it says spring on it. So you could make it either one. You could add a word. Hopefully y'all can see that good enough with all those lights. But that's a sampler, so you can frame it. You can give it as a gift. You can hang it in your own home. Some people just put them in albums. Hey, Hannah. Good morning. Thanks for sharing, Nancy, by the way. Good morning, Marcia. And I think I got everybody. Awesome. So sampler is $28. You're going to get over $20 in merchandise, and plus everything cut and ready to go for that. And then Stamp-A-Stack this month is Celebrate Sunflowers bundle. We have 4 really pretty cards. You'll make 12, so 3 of each, plus get $20 in merchandise, plus we cut everything, you know, all the stuff. And that one is $30. So I have spots in all of them, but varying numbers, so it's hard to, you know, keep up with that like today. But I have a list, so just contact me if you want to sign up for any of those. Retreat in a Box is coming. I made a sample last night. The first sample for Retreat in a Box. So retreat, actually we have an in-person retreat as well here in Texas, Las Colinas, Texas. It's at a hotel, so you'll have a room you can share with only one other person, or you can pay extra and have your own hotel room. It's May 7 through 10, I believe. I don't have the dates highlighted here, but I think it's the 7th through the 10th. And our make and takes are going to use the Pansy Patch bundle. So this is the bundle. It's brand new. You can get it May 4th, or if you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. And you can get the starter kit and get it now as you become a demonstrator. No obligation, of course. And awesome, Dana. Dana, you can also attend our live retreat, but since you're going to be working, I don't know if you want to do that. And then these are basically what these stamps and dies do. Isn't that cool? I copied that from a demonstrator in another demonstrator group. Thank you, Linda. She knows the date, 6 through 9. So I was close. Anyway, there's demonstrator Facebook groups, all kinds of perks there. So that's the stuff I'm using. Let me give y'all a sneak peek of one of the 10 make and takes you get, whether you attend in person or take it to go. So y'all ready? This is a sneaky sneak peek. This is the sampler. It's gonna be adorable. So cute. So whether you take it in person or to go, you'll stamp and assemble yourself. In person, we supply the stamps. At home, you use your own stamps. You'll just need the 1 stamp set and 1 set of dies to make all 10 projects, plus of course ink. We are using a lot of the new ink pads, so you'll want the new ink colors or substitute whatever you like. This is not a make and take. This is just to show you, and we'll be using other colors as well. But anyway, So details about that, you can come in person. It's like $3.49 for an Thursday through Sunday, meals included, a table for you to crop on, hotel room, all that stuff. And then what else? And all the make and takes, the $50 worth of merchandise. By the way, you get $50 worth of merchandise in a bag, a custom bag that's exclusive to our retreat. Gifts from us, lots of gifts throughout the weekend. You're going to be spoiled, in person or to go. And then if you take it to go, you're basically getting shipping. Yes, Rhonda, parking should be included. I don't think they charge for parking there. And if you fly in, there's a free shuttle to get you to the hotel. But yeah, let me write that down, Rhonda, because I have to ask April. She's doing the whatever contract, but I'm pretty sure it's free parking. Let me write this down. I'm pretty sure they would have told us if we needed to pay for parking. Rhonda's coming, so she wants to know. Okay, so you can take it in person or to go. Dates, you want to sign up and pay by April 25th for to go. We have a little earlier deadline for in person, so just contact me for any of these links, by the way. What you're going to get is, I think I said it all, the $50 worth of merchandise, the 10 make and takes cut, die cut, punched, ready for you to stamp and assemble. This is Spring Hill Suites Hotel in Las Colinas. It's like an airport hotel, but in a convention hotel. I'm sure parking is included, y'all. Don't panic. It's fine. I mean, I've never paid for parking at a hotel, but anyway, like not in Texas. So we'll see. What else? Goodie bag, retreat bag, gifts, 10 or more make and takes. There's optional classes you can add on in person or to go. So for my class, you're going to use the Handsomely Suited Suite. So you can purchase that now. You can also add all this on when you register if you don't have it and you want it. And it's a stamp a stack. You're going to make 20 cards. It is, I'm going to make sure do I have it on here? Oh, I forgot. I printed a different thing for retreat. I was like, these notes are very limited. 5 designs, 4 of each card. So 5 different designs. I started working on this yesterday and then I quit and worked on the retreat instead. But I'm looking at doing like a graduation theme, of course, a few masculine themes, and possibly a non-masculine theme as well on these 5 card designs. The class is $45 and includes $35 in merchandise. So you're going to get a ton of stuff there and tons of leftovers to use. So that's my class. You can also, if you're taking it to go, you can only take this class. You can only take April's class. You can take the retreat and my class, retreat and April's class. You can take all 3. Mix and match as you please when you register. And then April's class is using the hand-pinned, I do have this stuff here somewhere, right here. This is a new bundle called Hand Pinned. It has gorgeous paper that goes with it. I showed all this on a video already. There's all kinds of stuff that goes with this product, so she will be using all that. And her class is scrapbook pages and cards. You're going to make 4 12 by 12 pages and 4 cards. Same price, includes the same amount of product. Okay, so hopefully I think I kind of got off track, but you would fly into DFW, Terry. It'd be awesome if you could come. Yeah, DFW Airport, and that's the airport that the hotel is right by, and you can get the free shuttle. And of course, you know, you can also ask me questions privately if you need that. It would be exciting. So I'll give y'all a little quick info about the hotel, or about the event there. You're going to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner Friday and Saturday, breakfast Sunday, so no meals on Thursday. Coffee and water service in the conference room, $50 goodie bag, all the stuff I said on that. use of Jennifer and April's supplies, non-consumables like die cutting machines, punches, ink pads. There's a market there for snacks and necessities. There's free Wi-Fi, of course. There's an outdoor sun deck and gazebo. There's a coffee maker in your room. And there's a separate entrance to the conference room from like the main hotel entrance, so you can unload there. Thank you, Pat. Pat researched it for us. She says parking is complimentary at Spring Hill Suites. Yeah, I didn't really think that was gonna be a thing, but then I'm like, ugh, if that's a thing, uh-oh. But yay, thank you, Pat Chat. Awesome. Okay, so get excited about it. You will have to wear a mask when you're not in your seat currently. You know, I don't think things are going to change that quickly. And you'll need to sanitize things you borrow and stuff. So we want to be as safe as we can. And that's part of the reason we love this, because only 2 people per room, your own bathroom, all that stuff. But it's offered to go if you can't attend or you're not comfortable. So, all right. Next, my virtual new catalog kickoff. I'm very excited about this. Anyone in the US can attend. I don't remember, but I need to add, if I didn't, tutorial only option, because I meant to. I just don't remember if I did, but that way anyone can take it in anywhere to get the tutorials only. But this is going to be an online event on May 15th. That is a Saturday. We're going to start, I believe, at 9 a.m. I need to do it early that day because I'm actually going out of town the very next day. And you need to register by May 9th. You're going to stamp and assemble your own projects at home with... Yes, Terry, let's get it going. You're going to stamp and probably flights are cheap right now. I don't know, but stamp and assemble at home with your own stamps. So again, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can get your stamps early. If you're not, you can purchase them through my class and I'll invoice you when I'm allowed to, or you can substitute stamps. But let me show you what we're going to use. Beauty of Friendship bundle. Everything's all mixed up over here. This is the gorgeous one with the trees, and of course we'll use the new paper that goes with this for some of our cards. You're going to make 10 projects. So Beauty of Friendship. You can add it on when you register, or get our starter kit and get it now, or maybe you're already a demonstrator. Color and Contour, my favorite pre-order bundle. I just love it. You're going to love it when you see some samples made with it. I don't know if I brought over, I have a sample I've made already, but anyway. So we're using that one. Love those dies. Of course, we pre-die cut whatever we can for you. Art in Bloom bundle. This is one I can't show you that yet. I can't talk. I can't show you that one yet because we weren't able to pre-order it. We can get it May 4th. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous bundle. And then Create with Friends stamp set, of course. So those are the 4 stamps / bundles you'll be using. You can add this on when you register and it will come autographed. Unless you don't want it autographed, make a note in your registration. I'm actually using that one today. 10 projects at least, a gift from me, $50 in merchandise. Dana, if you don't have the new catalog, we have them now. So check with Dorothy. She can get you a new catalog, Dana. And if anyone gets the starter kit now, just FYI, because I know Dana's thinking about it, you can choose the items that I'm able to purchase now in your starter kit. So we can help you with all that. Okay, so sign up by May 9th for my virtual kickoff. There's going to be door prize giveaways, 2 virtual stamping demonstrations by 2 people on my team. I love it. So... Barbara, thank you for promoting Terry to come. And there may even be other people there, you know, Terry from the stamping world. Okay, so any questions, let me know. My new product share is coming. I'm very excited. We're doing a second designer paper share party with friends. The friends are April McCright and Alejandra Gomez, 2 of my team members that I do events with a lot. So you can just get the paper share or the ribbon share, and that's where you get like a 6x12 or 2.5 yards of ribbon, or 6x6 piece of designer paper of every single new one in the catalog. So it's a ton of paper. It is like 63 sheets of 6x12 and 16 sheets of 6x6. And the ribbon is, I have to find it, 30 yards of 12 ribbons. It's 2.5 yards each. So you can do any of those, but you can also register for the party, which will give you make and takes with every new designer paper, tips on how to use designer paper in your projects, videos, PDF tutorials, door prize entries, a Facebook party, so much more when you add on the party. So when you register, you'll see all the choices, and you just choose with party or without party, with shipping, without shipping, all that stuff. Registrations are open now. I'm just going to bill you later because of Stampin' Up! Rules. Registration deadline is May 3rd. So you have a couple of weeks, but, yeah. Oh, actually, the deadline is later. I'm sorry. I've confused my own self with this. Registration, Linda. It's stamptherapist.com. So, do I have it written down here? No S at the end of therapist. Stamptherapist.com. That's my blog. I don't know if I even have the retreat link on there, but you can always email me. I don't have my email on here. Jennifer@jennifercotton.com. It should be on my blog, of course. And anyway, just any questions, let me know. But hopefully that'll take you to my site. And hopefully I have enough info on there. I need a helper to update my site for me. But click events at the top and you'll see what events I have listed. Don't remember if I have the retreat on there, but also don't know if that's why you're asking. Okay, so if you register by May 3rd, you'll have a better chance of nothing being on back order because I'll order on May 4th as early as I'm allowed to order. But because we're not doing this event until, we're mailing it June 7th, you can register till May 9th. Hopefully that makes sense. Any questions, just let me know and I will fill you in on that. Okay, so that's the share. Also, we have a stamping cruise coming. We would love to fill up this cruise. Of course, if you sign up for a cruise and they can't do it, Royal Caribbean will give you a credit or a refund or whatever. But this one is not until 2022. It's January 30th through February 6th out of Galveston, Texas on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. You're going to, with the crafting portion, you're going to get 6 classes. I have at least a half of a cropping table. You can crop 24/7. You get to use our supplies that we bring. You get to use your own supplies you bring, all that stuff. $150 goodie bag, a shirt, lots of other gifts from us. You can also take advantage of 4 swimming pools, a movie theater, shows, bars, club, restaurants. All your meals are included. And anyone can come and take advantage of our group rate, but not necessarily craft. So any questions on that, let me know. All right. Don't forget, you can get that butterfly bouquet. Is that what it's called? The stamp set is called Butterfly Brilliance, and the bundle is Butterfly Brilliance. I do have a flyer here somewhere. You can still get that now early from our new catalog, so anyone can buy that. I have a flyer somewhere. So those are on my online store. You can also still get the Natural Touch specialty paper, which I'm loving, but it's only while supplies last. This one's sold out. So get that now. It's only $5. And then the chick stuff. And I know I keep reminding y'all of these every week, but I just don't want you to forget because it's not in your face if you're not on the online store shopping every day. So Hey Chick stamp set and chick dies will be retiring at the end of June. So get those. I can't do it. Get those 2 now. I know it's all glared up. And then the Hey Birthday Chick stuff will be in the new catalog, so you'll be okay on that. Susan, you should do it. Just call our travel agent and they can give you all the details, you know, pricing. It depends on what kind of cabin you get and roommates and all that stuff. All right, I'm going to catch up on y'all's comments here real quick. I think I actually... Ooh, Terry gets to fly for free, so that's totally worth it. Just a lot of can't waits and sounds fun, free parking. Awesome. So I didn't really miss too many. Facebook makes it look like you have a lot more notifications than it did in the past, because it's like, this person's watching, even though I already know they're watching because you already told me that, Facebook. Linda, you are welcome. Hey, Carol, thanks for sharing. Yeah, there's a lot of just, this person's watching. Shirley has signed up for the cruise. Oh, she has a roommate available, a spot available. So if anyone needs a roommate, which someone, Shirley, I think Dorothy's looking for a roommate. I'll write it down. I'm going to have to go back and read all this. I think Dorothy's looking for a roommate, Shirley. Okay. Anyway, so last but not least, with Stampin' Up stuff going on, besides, of course, this comes out May 4th. We still have our retiring sale going on from the current annual catalog. So lots of stuff in here is retiring and not coming back. Good morning, Carrie. Lots of stuff in here is discounted as well. So the list is on the website, like on the shopping website, and I've emailed it out multiple times. So just contact me if you need access to that. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin this coming month is a baseball theme. Who likes baseball? I don't do sports. But, of course, I know people that do sports, so that's fine. I know y'all can't read this, but it says batter up, and it's not about cooking. It's about baseball. So it's going to contain, this is the May kit? Yeah, the May kit. So you have until May 10th to sign up. It's going to make 9 cards with coordinating envelopes. They're regular size cards like what I'm going to make today. It's a timeless throwback touch with classic ribbons, pinwheels, and pinstripe patterns, and vintage washed paper pieces. It's going to come with some bubble gum. Apparently that's a baseball thing. And it's definitely going to be masculine, you know, leaning masculine. Of course, it'll have an exclusive stamp set and ink pad. They always come in a box this size and shape, just it'll be decorated differently. They always have the instructions, and then they always have the exclusive stamp set that you cannot purchase anywhere else, and at least 1 ink pad plus everything else you need to make those projects. So for that one, you want to sign up or pre-purchase by May 10th. And you can do that with a link that I will give you to subscribe. You can subscribe. It's only $22 a month plus tax only, free shipping, or shipping is included, but it does save you a lot of money. Or you can go to my store, my website, and purchase a prepaid, like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. But the deadline is the 10th if you want that baseball themed kit. So check that out. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down now, and I have some new product down here that I haven't shown you yet. So when Stampin' Up, sorry, I'm so close to the camera right now. When Stampin' Up, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down as I go, really, you know, told us demonstrators you can order this stuff early. There were some items that they intended to let us order and were unable to due to they weren't in the warehouse because of all these international shipping problems that actually everyone in the world is having right now. So some of them have come in since then, and I ordered them. So I just wanted to show them to you real quick. So this will be a quick, you know, additional new product that's coming out in our May catalog, but demos can get it now. So this is called Inspired Thoughts. It is a bundle. And if you can see the stamp set there, oh, I forgot to flip it. There we go. It should be right side up now, or not backwards. Lots of greetings, thank you, congratulations. There's holiday. It's a pretty all occasion stamp set. And then these dies that coordinate with it, they can stand alone, obviously, because these are just words. But of course, you save 10% if you purchase both. But if you only wanted one or the other, they stand alone. But there's these huge trees. It's a line of 4 trees with no leaves on them, just branches. 6 inches long and about 3 3/4 tall. And it's got like a ground with the die. Then there's 4 different dies to make leaves that you can put in the trees. So I guess there's 4, so you can do different colors and stuff. They're not a single leaf, it's like a bunch. Those would probably make bushes as well, just individual bushes. Then there's one of those landscape type dies that just makes a hill, grass, whatever. And then there's a circle. I have to look in the catalog to see what that's for. It's literally like a 1/2 inch circle die. So there's that, brand new, coming out May 4th. Then there's the Quiet Meadow. Oh, actually some of these were available before, but I just got them, sorry. It's this paper stuff that wasn't available. Quiet Meadow I just got because I had host dollars to spend. So this is a really pretty stamp set that has a couple of flower images, 3 greetings, a nice large splatter background. This one is red rubber. Big splatter background. And then like a background with words like about growing and gardening and stuff. But you can't read it all because it's faded out, so it's just one of those background stamps. And then the coordinating dies, they actually don't cut out the flowers in the stamp set. They just give you silhouette flowers to create all kinds of scenes with. Then there's a little tag and a label. So a butterfly, a little leaf, actually like 3 leaves, another butterfly, 2 butterflies. So that's a really great one as well. You've seen the in colors already from me, but just a reminder, we have all these awesome new in colors coming out. And then here's the new stuff that we couldn't order before. So this is the ombre gift bags. You actually get 20 bags for $6, and it's the 5 new in colors. But I only have 1 of each bag here because I'm actually using them to design for the retreat. So you get, what is that, 4 of each bag. And they're really cute. They're like our old craft bags. But $6 for 20 of them. So that's going to be a great deal. And then these are called Scalloped Craft Treat Boxes. And I'm going to show you how to put it together. There's 2 pieces for each box. And I was like, it's kind of weird and maybe slightly wasteful, but I think they made them this way so they can store flat, of course. So this piece would be the top, the one with the scallop, and you open it up. And I do think you should, I didn't read any instructions, but I do think you should probably glue this down because it'll be more solid that way. But I'm gonna fold on my score marks. I want to fold these down because that's the direction they're going to end up going. So I want to actually push this lid, if I can, all the way in to get a good score mark there. And you could use your bone folder and all that. Y'all know I'm pretty lazy. So I would think to add adhesive to like the bottom here and then add adhesive here. That's my opinion, because this is a lid that comes off and on like that. And so it just won't be so floppy. And then this is the bottom. You basically do the same exact thing, but you form a bottom. So it has a, quote, lid, but it's the bottom, if that makes sense. So I'll just put it together. It goes together the exact same way. So again, I'm really doing this because the first one I put together, I didn't do that. I didn't fold as well, and it was very, see, this one's more solid looking. It was very like bulging out. So here's the lid. Super cute, super easy. I would make this be my front if I were presenting it that way, and where those two flaps go in be the back, but it could open this way too. I guess it just depends, but see it, no, it's hard. Anyway, super cute. So scalloped craft treat boxes, and those are gold dots on top. And then these little boxes are adorable. Look at that, they're gold on top. There is a ribbon that's already in there, and then the bottom. So great for wedding favors or really anything, graduation, whatever you want to do. You can fit a good amount of candy or treats in there. And for a gift, jewelry, whatever. I think they kind of go together the same way. I can't remember. I got this one a little bit earlier than the other. So see, the ribbon's already in there. And yeah, so what I thought was put this large one down first, which there is a score mark you have to fold on. Because then the inside is completely flat. And then I put these two sides down, and then of course you want to fold, you know, your score marks better than I am right now. So then, see what I'm saying? The inside is completely flat. And then kind of same deal on the bottom. You have a bigger flap that can go down first. You do have to really give that score mark a good fold there. It's not already folding naturally. And then there's the bottom. So hopefully that makes sense. These are called Simply Classic Treat Boxes. And you get 10 in a pack. I didn't write down the prices on these, but there's that one. See if y'all have any questions. Then we have some gorgeous paper here. I actually have the matching stamp set to this one, but it's a prize that someone in my bingo is gonna win. So it's packed away somewhere else. But this is gold on one side and not gold on the other. It's kind of got grays and blacks and, oh, and this is like copper, so not just gold. It's gorgeous. You can pre-order it now if you're a demonstrator. And different countries got different things in because of the whole global shipping. So like I know Australia already could order this, for example, before. I don't know about other countries. That's just one I had heard about. There's gold on that one. So that's gonna be gorgeous, and it is called Simply Elegant. And there is a stamp set, and I showed the punch already that goes with this suite in my previous sneak peek video. And then this is called Ombre Specialty Paper. It's basically glitter paper. I didn't write down the 4 colors, but see how it's dark to light, and each color is the same. I don't really want to say it wrong, but I think that's Poppy Parade. There's a yellow. I don't want to say the wrong colors. Blue and purple. So gorgeous, right? So we do have some glitter paper there. Okay, that's the new stuff I had to show y'all. I did want to show you a couple of other samples that I've received lately. So Stampin' Up, they're actually still doing it, but they had an event called On Tour, and it's an online event, so there's different dates depending on locations and stuff. So my date was this past Saturday, and my team had an in-person event, but I ended up not being able to attend in person, but I had participated in the card swap. Oh, there's my card I was talking about. So these are the swaps from that event. Not everyone used new stuff, but still gorgeous. Like, look at that. And this is the set I'm using for scrapbook class this month. So gorgeous, gorgeous. But some people did use new stuff. This is the color and contour bundle. And this is the color and contour bundle with my new set. and that's the hand-pinned designer paper. This one, I don't remember where the butterfly is from. Let's see if there's a note. No, but cute stamp set. I know that greeting is in our mini catalog, and that's our new die that's coming out, the Butterfly Brilliant stuff that you can get now. This is a new set. I forget the name, but it's a spiral, like a tie-dye image. Isn't that so cute? She did 3 different colors there, including heat embossing. This is a set for current in our mini catalog. I don't know why I'm doing it like it's shiny. This is one of our new bundles that's available in the pre-order. There's Wink of Stella on those flowers. Don't know if you can see it, but really gorgeous in person. This is an oldie but goodie from our annual catalog, but love it. I don't know who made this one, but maybe they were thinking of me going to Hawaii this month. Probably not. This is a retiring stamp set from the mini catalog. Y'all want to get this one now. It is, what is this called? I'm blanking out. But it's Dina Rico's $1 Million stamp set. It's a great one. And Martha says the butterfly is from Etched in Nature. Oh, that's a new set that's coming out, but there's actually a issue with that stamp set, so you can't buy it yet. And last but not least, this is Martha's card. Those pansies I told y'all about, and that's some of the pansy paper. So cute. So that was an awesome swap. So glad I participated in it. Thank you guys. And I also received a couple of gifts, even though I wasn't there in person. I got a bookmark from Lando with all the new in colors. Isn't she good? She chose, of course, pink, because that's like my color, especially for our team. And there's all the new in colors. Super cute. And this is from Pat Coates. I don't know why I'm blanking on your last name, Pat. She made some really cute projects in there that she wrapped these gifts in. So super adorable. Thank you guys very much, even though I couldn't attend. Okay, so y'all want to stamp or what? Pretty Perennials. Thank you, Rhonda. I knew somebody would know that for me. So in the month of April, if you place an online order with me using this host code, which is something you enter at checkout, you're going to get, if it's 25 or more, you're going to get a class packet to make 4 cards using the In Bloom bundle. So we'll die cut everything possible for you. You'll just stamp and assemble. This is the stamp set actually that Happy Birthday was from on that one card. But anyway, I love this stamp set, In Bloom. And that's the one I'll use for my free class this month. So you just use this host code. If it's 50 or more, in addition to the 4-card packet plus PDF tutorial, you're going to get a free full accessory. And then if it's 150 or more, just don't use the host code, and you'll still get the gifts from me plus at least $15 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up. You can also just put your camera up to that QR code, and it'll take you to shop with me with the host code entered already. So whatever is easier for you, please feel free. These are the 2 stamp sets I'm going to use today. Our main focus is Beautiful Friendship, which is retiring, but on one of the cards I'm using, because I couldn't resist, Create with Friends for the greeting. And that is my $1 Million stamp set that I was allowed to have a little say-so in what this stamp set was going to be, and the fonts and all that stuff. And by the way, Alejandra asked me last week, Susan, let's stamp, what my inspiration for that was. And so I had asked actually for a stamp set for samplers. I wanted big words and things that you could use on a sampler, because y'all know I do samplers all the time. And like most $1 Million stamp sets, it evolved into this set. So I still think it's great for a sampler because they're really large words. This is the actual size. And they'll look great on samplers, but it can also be mixed and matched and combined with so many different, to create so many different phrases. I'm sorry. or a lot of these stand alone as well as these stand alone. So, but like with my swap, where did I put those? My swap for that team event we just did, I did the let's create together. Isn't that so cute? So lots of different phrases you can make with it. But anyway, Alejandra, it's kind of a short story, but that was the inspiration for Create with Friends. Was I wanted a sampler set. I actually had come up with a name called Sampler Sayings, but which I'm fine that they changed it, but I guess you don't necessarily get to name your stamp set. Okay, so for our first card, these are all our pieces. We're going to use our card base is basic white, so I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock and cut it in half at 5.5 inches. So 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to fold that in half with my bone folder. I always leave the paper on the table, rest it against my thumb, and make sure the two corners are aligned. And then just pinch it as little as possible with my finger, because I want to do all the folding with my bone folder so that it will not be wrinkled on the inside, which is what the bone folder does. So I'll set that aside. Then I have a piece of Coastal Cabana, which is 4 by 5 1/4. It's just a 1/4 of an inch smaller than that front piece. Then, thought my ruler disappeared. I have a piece of basic white that's 2.5 by 5.5. 2.5 by 5 1/4. It's as tall as this piece. And then Magenta Madness, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I just made them as tall as this time. And then a scrap piece of basic white. So I'm going to stamp on these two pieces. And I'll remind you what is in the stamp set, and then I'll bring out the stamps I'm going to use. We are doing a background here, so I'll be stamping off the edges. And don't forget, if you don't have a very firm, solid table surface like I do, with these photopolymer stamps, you're going to want to put something under. If your table's plastic, flexible, more like a card table, soft, bumpy, any of that, you're going to want something under it. And I recommend our Stampin' Pierce mat. It's number 126199. It's $5. It's only in the online store, but that will give you a solid surface to stamp on with these kind of stamps, the ones that are clear. My table is very solid and firm, so they work perfect on it. Okay, the colors for this card are Memento Black. I'm using the same colors on most of the cards, so I have to look at my list here. Coastal Cabana for this card, Gorgeous Grape, and Magenta Madness. Oh, and Granny Apple Green. So these are the two I'm not using on this card, but on some of the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to start out with Gorgeous Grape. That is the color that I'm going to do the hydrangea image in. There's my greeting right there. So, make myself a spot here. I'm going to ink up like normal in Gorgeous Grape, not pressing too hard on the ink pad. Just tap around several spots and you'll get plenty of ink there. And I'm going to add this up in the top right hand corner. I'm basically making a background. So, you could really stamp them wherever you want, but I am going to follow the pattern of the first one I made. I want to hold this up close so you can see how it looks like I used two different colors of purple. It's literally just the stamp does it. These stamps are truly like magic. Even I was looking at samples on Pinterest with this set yesterday or the day before. And like this one, when I would see them stamped, I'm like, oh, they went to the trouble, which I don't want to do, of using a marker or something and making it darker. They didn't. You'll see when I stamp that one later. Okay, so next I'm going to do Magenta Madness with this large rose image. I'm trying to keep everything so y'all can see what I'm doing. But the space is small. So this large rose, it's really like 2 or 3 roses. And that one's gonna go, like I'm gonna have it touch the hydrangeas a little bit. So it's one continuous image. And then I'm gonna do another hydrangea over here. So I started top right-hand corner, then the roses are just right below it to the right a little, and then over here to the right below, still touching the roses, but to the left side, I'm adding a hydrangea in Gorgeous Grape, and then another set of roses on the bottom to kind of fill up that bottom left-hand corner, and then going up to the right. Okay, then I just want to fill in the white spots on the top left and bottom right. And for those, I will use leaves and this single rose image. And that one's going to be, the single rose is Coastal Cabana. I know Janet, she says she's so sad to see the stamp set leave. I agree, it's so pretty. So I'm going to add a couple of these Coastal Cabana roses here. Oh, I just saw something else I did on my other card. And then I'm going to, there's a 2-leaf image and a 3-leaf image, and I'm using the 2-leaf on this one. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you feel like, or you could use both. But I'm using the 2-leaf to fill in a few little blank white spots here. So I'll re-ink it each time. And I guess I'll put it there. And then there's one little white corner here at the top right. Sorry, top left. And I'm going to fill that in with a hydrangea. So it's just going to get the very corner of the image on the paper. But now it's just fully, you know, filled up, stamped, whatever. And then the Memento Black is for 2 things. The greeting, which says birthdays are the best days. The stamp set has some really great fonts and greetings. So it has that one. It also has so very happy to know you. I love our beautiful friendship. And a very big congratulations and best wishes to you. Okay, so I'm going to stamp birthdays are the best days in Memento Black, so you can press hard on that ink pad, pretty much as hard as you want. You can also twist on that ink pad and then tap, which you cannot do on our other ones. And then there's this flower center type image. There's actually 2 of these in the set, and I'm going to use the smaller one on another card. And I'm using this one. I don't even know if roses really have a center like this, but this is how everybody else stamps it. So it kind of fits in the center of that large rose. I guess it's a rose. Y'all know I don't know flowers and stuff. Okay, so there we go. Doesn't that make a gorgeous background? And there's so many other versions of how people do this on, you know, Pinterest and all that. Now I do need my die cut machine, which this should be the only time I use it today because I pre-did everything else, but you know, hopefully I have new viewers as well as my awesome regulars, and maybe you've never seen die cutting before. So this is our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's $120. It's a great thing to get with our starter kit because you get to pick 125 for only $99. You can pick anything you want, but anyway, it comes with everything you need to be able to die cut and emboss everything Stampin' Up! Sells. You don't have to purchase anything extra to use the machine, and it's going to last you years and years. If the 2 sides fold up, so it's this size to carry around, it's awesome. So my greeting, I'm going to cut out with these Hippo and Friends dies. They are amazing. I've said it many times, but even if you don't like the hippo and the horse / unicorn and sheep, you still want to buy it because of all the dies. But there is a stamp set that goes with this one that has all those cute animals. But I use it, of course, a ton for just all of these different labels, which are nest as well. But I'm just using this shape. I don't know. It's like a rectangle with mitered edges. Something. So I'm going to cut this out. So I'm going to lay my paper on the machine, align the die over the image with the blades facing down, put my clean cutting pad on top. I always have one I don't cut on, and then turn it through. You can go a lot faster when you're not shaking a camera. And then it cuts it out, and this one does put the stitching around the edges as well. So there's that. And then I still need my machine because I want to emboss the Coastal Cabana piece. So for that, I'm going to remove these parts of my machine, of my platforms, and put these dies back so I don't lose them on this table. And the folder I'm using is Subtle. It's called Subtle. And that one's retiring. It's an amazing embossing folder. If you don't have it, you really should get it because it just gives you, textured, what's the word? Textured cardstock. I think there's another word that I'm missing right now. But so any color paper you have can be textured. So I want my lines to go this direction, so I'm putting the paper that way versus this way. And you would, if you bought this now, you would use the gray cutting pad that comes with your machine on top. I bought mine a long time ago when they were configured differently, so I use a clear one on top. Put the folded end of the folder to go into the machine first, and only crank it through one time. Don't go backwards. That's so that pressure doesn't build up from the open end and crack this end as it goes through the machine. And then you have textured paper. Woohoo! So that is that for that machine today. But so now you'll know what I'm talking about on the next projects. I think I pre-did everything else. Okay, for this card I'm also going to use the white polka dot tulle ribbon and the matte black dots. I'm actually using matte black dots, I believe, on all 3 cards today. So I want to put this together. I'm using my Stampin' Seal. You don't have to use a lot of Stampin' Seal because it's really strong. So this piece, this white I stamped on, needs to be aligned with the top and bottom of the magenta cardstock because I cut them the same height, supposedly. There's always like one that's shorter. Does that happen to y'all? And then I'm going to attach that to the, not all the way, but almost all the way to the left side of the Coastal Cabana cardstock. Then I'm going to tie this polka dot tulle around in a bow towards the bottom. And the bow's going to go on the left side. So I like to leave my ribbon on the roll if I can. And so I'm just trying to guesstimate how much I need on that left side to tie a bow with. And then when I get ready to tie the bow, I'm going to flip my card upside down. And I'm also going to grab my reverse tweezers. You can get these on Amazon. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry them. But now your hands are free to tie a bow or a knot, or get interrupted while you're trying to tie a bow or a knot. You don't have to start all over. But I'm just tying a bow, like a regular bow. And I think, is this ribbon retiring, Janet? I think this one's staying. I do personally keep getting confused on which, stuff like that. Because I know our white metallic ribbon retired and it is sold out, I believe. Oh, maybe it is retiring. Did I mark it in my catalog? Ooh, I think it's retiring. Thank you, Janet, for saying that. Let me look in my other book. White polka dot tulle. I thought I looked yesterday, but who knows with me, seriously. I'm looking in my retiring catalog, number 6. Oh, it is retiring, and it's discounted to $6.75. I don't know why I looked wrong, obviously, but then now I agree with Janet. I'm going to miss this ribbon because it matches so many different things. And it kind of can be elegant or fancy, basically. So let me trim it down. See, there's no waste when you do it from the roll. And now I'll just make sure my greeting is going to fit where I want it, which it is. But if it weren't, I could slide that bow over before I attach this to my card base. And Stampin' Seal is strong enough. I don't, with this texture, I don't still need a ton of adhesive there. I will use mini Stampin' Dimensionals on my greeting. Oh, I was saying mini dimensionals, but I was looking for this, which I don't need yet. Anyway, I like the mini ones. Of course, these are the white because we have a white card here. But to me, they work just as good as the large ones, but you get more in a pack, so they go farther. And I just put 4 on there in the 4 corners. So I'll put that right across the ribbon on the right-hand side. And then for my matte black dots, I just think these go really well with the cards today because this is basically the color scheme I'm using for all, so it has that pop of black. These are carrying over into the new catalog, so awesome. And I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to add these. And I will put my finger on the embellishment while I pick it up so that it doesn't fly across the room. That was a large one. This comes with like a large and a small. And so I put a large on the greeting, a small here, and then another large right there. So there we go. Just sprinkle them around, odd numbers. I usually do 3, but you could, of course, do 4. 4. You could, of course, do 5 or 7 or whatever you want. You could do an even number, whatever you want. Stacy used this on her wedding invitations. It is a great set. Hey, Mary. Hello. Thank you, Carol. Terry, yes, it's retiring. And Rhonda, y'all are good. I think obviously I knew that at some point, but then who knows? Thank you, Diana and Sue and Dolly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to go back. Hey, Lori. There's so many of those notifications in between you guys' comments. Thank you, Pat and Carrie. Okay, so there's that one. Let's make card number 2 now. For this one, our card base is crushed curry. Darn it. 5.5, 8.5. And then I have a layer of Pacific Point, 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a basic white, 3 3/4 by 5. So y'all can tell I'm just going down 1/4 of an inch each time. I have a couple of circles here I'll tell you about in a minute. And then I have a pre-die cut stitched shapes framelits. So there's the circle. It's basic white. These are retiring. I think I told you about it at least a couple times before. You definitely want to get these before they sell out. You get 3 circles, 3 ovals, and 3 squares. Is it 3? Oh, 4. Hold on. 4. 4. Am I in screen there? And then 4. And they're all stitched. They all coordinate with our layering squares, layering ovals, and layering circles dies, so you can put those scallops or whatever behind or in front of them. And I believe the layering ovals at minimum are also retiring. The circles are staying, layering circles. So check out that retiring list, get what you need while you can. These are the thing that I'm sure if Stampin' Up! Took a survey that everyone's going to miss the most, these particular dies. So if you don't have those, get them now. Stitched shapes, they're called dies now. stitch shapes. So I pre-die cut that one. That is a, where's my ruler? It's almost 2.5 inches, a little bit less circle. Okay, so let me fold my card base in half and get that out of the way. Of course, y'all know you can stamp and sign your name on the back of your cards that you make. So you can say handmade, made with love, things like that. We do have stamps like that. One of our really good ones that says that is retiring. And then my Pacific Point I can put aside. So now I'm going to have this piece. I'm going to grab scratch paper. And so what I did here, I forgot, oh, I did bring it over, is the 2 1/4 inch circle punch is a little bit smaller than this circle that I die cut. And so I punched out a couple at the same time of just printer paper circles. And I did 2 at a time because when you punch really thin paper, it can get caught in your punches and mess up the paper. So if you'll add a layer, that will help. I only need 1 circle, and I'll just use this one. So I'm going to use this circle that's a little smaller than this one to mask this off. And I got this idea. There are tons of cards like this on Pinterest using this stamp set. So I do not know who originated it, but a lot of people do it. So basically I'm going to stamp on this circle and put it here and have flowers coming out the edges. So I want to mask it. I don't even really need a mask. I need a guide to make a circle. And so I want it a little smaller than this so that when I put this on, it hides any lines. Hopefully that makes sense. So I have a little piece of washi tape, which I don't think we even sell anymore, but I have old washi tapes. Just to hold it down, and I'm gonna be careful, knock on wood, and not shift this white paper here. So I'm gonna grab my stamps. I don't think I need to clean any of them, so I'm gonna use that small rose again. And this one I threw in for us in Texas because it kind of looks like blue bonnets, and we're gonna stamp it in Pacific Point. Then the one I told you guys looks like, I mean, all of them do, but this one really looks like you used 2 different color inks, but you did not. Then I'm going to use the 3-leaf image as well as the center, the smaller center image. That's for this part here. So I think that's all I need. And then Coastal Cabana, crushed curry, Pacific Point. Where did I put it? Granny Apple Green. I think that's it for this card. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with my, I think I'll just put these up here, with my little rose. And I do want to do all the images side by side, so I'm just gonna need to stamp the next one and the next one and so on. Then I have crushed curry for my, it's like tulips, 2 tulip image. Look at that. Does, oh, I'm gonna move it. Does it not look like you used 2 different colors of ink and 2 stamps as well? I'm almost like, why don't we just make all of our stamps this way instead of having to stamp it 2 times? Of course, I know that gives you versatility. Then we'll add our blue bonnet. That one stick out a little higher. 2-tone colors, love it. Then we're gonna do a leaf. So you could obviously just mix and match these stamps any way you want for this card technique, like any colors, all the flowers, all that stuff. Then another rose. Same color, like I'm not switching colors on any of these. Then on the blue bonnets, I basically stamped it once and then picked it up and stamped it again, overlapping the first one. So there's 2 there and 1 is lighter. Then another leaf, the 3-leaf image in Granny Apple Green. Then the tulips in curry, and then a rose. And I've actually run out of space compared to my first card, which is fine. It's always different every time you do it. And then I'll just add that black center. I'm seeing what I need to keep over here, which is those two. So Memento Black, and here's that little center. And it actually, on this flower, this small rose, when you stamp it, it puts dots in the middle. And this just kind of goes right on top of them if you use it there. So it kind of gives you a little guide there. So I'm stamping that in the center of the Coastal Cabana roses, and I can't really fit one down here because of how I positioned it. And now I can remove my circle. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get covered up with this piece. And then on this pre-die cut stitch shaped circle, I'm going to add my greeting and Pacific Point. This one says, I love our beautiful friendship. And I don't want to go too far to the right because the right's actually going to get cut off. And then I'm just going to stamp this crushed curry 2 tulip image to the left, partially above and partially on the greeting. Okay, this is actually a pretty simple card. Like, that's all the stamping, and we're ready to assemble now. I am using the matte black dots, but I don't have ribbon on this one. And then our last card is a fun technique that I sort of copied from Carrie Ritchie. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add dimensionals to my greeting. As you see, I forgot to say this, but I had the circle, or maybe I did, mask hanging off the right side a tiny bit. So this greeting is going to hang off the right side a tiny bit. So I'll just put my dimensionals to the left, not all the way to the right. I'm just going to use like 4 of the minis here. Hopefully you can see what I mean. Didn't put them on the right hand side because that's going to get cut off. And then place my greeting on here. Obviously, if you had like maybe stamped too far to the right, you'd scooch it over to the left a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see what I'm doing and hand cut this off. You could also use a paper trimmer. I am not the best at this technique, so do laugh if it's crooked. Actually, that was way better than when I did my original because I actually cut part of the base piece as well. But whatever. We don't have to be perfect. And then, so there's that part. Pretty cool. Then this is going to go on my Pacific Point cardstock. And then that will go on my card base, which is crushed curry. Now, I did get out ribbons and attempt to put something down here in this blank bottom left-hand portion. I tried tying ribbon all the way around, just placing a loose bow. I didn't like any of that, so I kept it plain. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool again to add 2 of the large dots. I'm actually going to change it because there's seems to be more white space on that card right there. 2 of the large and 1 of the smaller matte black dots on this card. So there we go. Let me show you the original. You can see, and when you make cards like this, they come out different every time. So I was able to fit a full flower there, and see how my greeting and flower on this one fill up more of the space. There's more white space here. So just different each time when we do stuff like, or when I do stuff like this, it's different each time. I don't know about y'all. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Diana. Okay, so there's that one. Thank you, Martha. She says it doesn't need ribbon. Especially when you add these, that does help. But even without, like sometimes we don't have to fill every spot of a card. We just think we do. Okay, so this is a technique, and I was going to tell you guys about another Facebook group I have, it's not just me, it's my whole team, called Create and Connect. You can ask me about it. I can invite you, or you can just join it. Type in the word create, ampersand, right? Anybody tell me if I'm wrong. Connect. I don't think we spelled out the word and. And it's a group where my team members and I do stamping demonstrations each week. We do gear it towards new stampers, so you'll see a lot of basic information. You know, so there you go. But still, you're going to see beautiful, gorgeous cards and hair tips and all kinds of stuff. And so Carrie Ritchie mentioned this one because she showed the stamp set I'm using today. She made a different card, but she showed a sample like what I'm about to do. I don't really need this right now, but anyway, so that's where I got this idea from. So my card base is Magenta Madness, 5.5, 8.5. Then I have Granny Apple Green, 4 by 5 1/4. And then our Fluid 100 watercolor paper at 3 3/4 by 5. This is how the Fluid 100 watercolor paper comes, and it actually is 5 inches tall. And so to make this card, you would only get one out of a piece because it only leaves you about 3 1/4 of an inch. But of course you can use that on a different project. So just know that's how tall it is. 5 inches by, what is this width? 7 inches wide. But it's a really high quality watercolor paper. And it's going to be great for all your watercoloring needs. So that's all my paper for this card. Let me get this card base out of the way. And then I also learned a new, like a tip on the On Tour from Stampin' Up! This week. And again, that was for demonstrators only. Any demonstrator was allowed to take it. And I learned a technique, a little tip that I'm going to show you now as well. So I'm going to take my watercolor paper. I'm going to move these out of the way. And I'm going to grab an old used package from designer paper. This happened to be acetate paper, but it's got the cardboard inside and it still has the plastic on the outside. And what she showed us is to just use this to protect your surface when you're doing wet, messy stuff. I thought it was amazing. I was like, I'm copying that. And if needed, like, which I am going to stamp on this while it's wet, it's a firm surface as well. I have a paper towel here that I already used on the same project to clean up, and then I let it air dry, and then I stuck it in here. So being very, economical. Okay, so I'm going to grab my stamp that I'm going to need. I need to clean it because we used it earlier in Gorgeous Grape, the hydrangea, and now we're going to use it in Magenta Madness. And I'll just stamp that over here on some scratch paper and make sure it's clean. And I think I'm ready to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is spritz this paper and get it real wet. So I have a spritzer from Stampin' Up. You get 2 of these for $3. This had water in it for literally years. I wrote the word water, but this is years old water. So it's very airtight, is I guess my point. And when I eventually run out of water, I will refill this. But I don't do a lot of these kind of techniques. But I want this paper really wet, so I tried to memorize it, and now I have forgotten how many times I sprayed it, but I'm just going to look and see. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I think it was like 10 times, because this watercolor paper, 10 to 12, absorbs the water so fast. So then I want to immediately, even though I wasn't ready, stamp this image in magenta right on all that water. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to tap this on scratch paper to get off some of that water. And stamp it again. I've got my pad here. And I'm just doing the same direction. Yeah, so I basically so I'm going to spritz it again. I want the image to almost disappear. Lots of water there. So it looks like a mess. And this is one of those techniques that to me, you think you've ruined it. It looks like a mess, like disgusting. And then you are like, because literally that's what I did when I made this. Like did that at first. I was like, oh, I ruined it. Let me start over. But I didn't start over. And I finished it. And it's one of those techniques where after you add everything else, it looks like it's supposed to, and it looks totally fine. So I'm plugging in my heat tool here to dry this. There's two settings on our current heat tool. Number one is for drying paper or drying ink. So I'm gonna dry this, and it dries surprisingly fast. I think it's because this paper's, you know, I don't know if that's good or bad with watercolor paper, but to me it's good that it dries really quickly. So I don't know if you can see it, and you're gonna see it curl up really bad as I dry it, and then you should see it straighten back out as I dry it. But to do the next step, I do need this to be very dry because I'm gonna stamp on it and I don't want it to smear anymore. And I have one I pre-did, but I decided I should show you this on video just so you could see that it's not really a pain in the bottom. Because I'm one of those that, like, if anything takes more than a few seconds, I'm out. I won't do that technique. So it's really quick. You can see that it's dry. You can feel it. And yeah, so. But it curls and then it just like straightens back out. You'll see that? It's pretty cool. And this is just like kind of stamping those flowers. It's going to look different every time you do it. I probably would dry it a tiny bit longer if not doing video, but it feels completely dry. And then I can just wipe this up. And I don't really need this anymore because we're not doing anything else. But if we were, or you wanted to do another or whatever, you could just go. So there's that. I also saw another tip from a team member, Alejandra, recently to use an old paper pumpkin box and open it up when you're spraying stuff to keep the mess contained as well. Okay, so for our stamping, we're going to grab our Magenta Madness ink pad again. This stamp. So I don't know if I did this exactly like the sample Carrie showed because she didn't demonstrate it, but this is what I ended up doing, was stamping right back on top of that. So it gave me, for what I wanted, a really cool background, and I could see the image. So pretty cool. That looks kind of wet. So I'm going to try it on this one I pre-did, and we'll see which one we like better. But you can see a different look every time. This one's spread out a lot more. There's more pink. And again, it just looks different every time. So, but also it's going to look better when we finish, trust me. Because it's like, okay right now. So I'm going to add my greeting and some leaves. So for my greeting, I want to use Memento Black ink. And of course, we're going to use the amazing stamp set called Create with Friends, which I don't know where I put the box for that now. Oh, it's right there. And this is going to say Forever Friends. So again, you can mix and match these however you want, but Forever and Friends. And that stamp set's available May 4th. That's my $1 million stamp set. And it will be autographed if you add it on to any of my classes. Okay, so I'm inked up Friends really well, hopefully. And I'm going to stamp it right in the middle of these two flowers in Memento Black. And I'll just do it on both of these. And I'm stamping Friends first because it's going to be much easier to align Forever on top of Friends versus the other way, for me anyway. And then Forever, this is the part though when you do it on video that you're scared you're going to stamp it crooked. It goes right in between the F and the D. I need to move it down so I can see what I'm doing. just like in a real class, it got real quiet. So the F from friends kind of went into forever there, but I think it's fine. So there's those two. And now I'll add the leaves. I was going to add the leaves first, and then I remembered maybe not, because that's the wrong color. I don't want to stamp into the words with these leaves. So now I can see where to do that or not to do it. I'm using the 3-leaf image. I don't know if I need scratch paper here, so just in case. And because this is watercolor paper, I'm going to hold it down for a few seconds longer when I stamp it here, because watercolor paper is very texture-y, and this leaf is more solid than the hydrangea image. So I'm just adding leaves to both flowers, sort of wherever it looks like there needs to be a spot filled. I don't have 2 of these cut, but I can hold each one up and we can see, or you can just kind of see which one you like better. Basically, the one I did today, I didn't let spread as much. The excess ink, which probably because I was in a rush. But again, it just depends on the look you're going for. And on the original, on the one I pre-did, the excess ink spread a lot more, so there's a lot more where the paper is pink. I like both looks actually. I think they both have positives to them. Okay, so there's that. I'm like thinking here, do I need another leaf? Because there's an extra leaf on my original, but we'll see. Okay, so let me just give you a visual here. Actually, I can do both. So what I did for this one, I did bring in my matte black dots, and I also wanted a bow. Y'all know I like to add bows. So I used the black glittered organdy ribbon. Gorgeous, which I think is carrying over. Now I'm doubting myself, but I think maybe this is the one I checked, and I forgot to check the other one. I'm going to do a bunny ear bow, 2 bunny ears, space in between. All my fingers are pointing at me, so nothing's twisted. I have a loop in each hand, and I'm going to cross the right over the left and push that loop down into the bunny rabbit hole and make a bow. Of course, you then have to modify it and make sure the bow is the right shape and size and all that. The loops match and everything. And then I'll make another bow for the other one. But that's going to kind of go on the corner there of the F and Friends. And then one more bow. Pause. Oh, I'm not so bad on time. I thought I was way over like last week. Or whenever that was, but not too bad. For me, this is like normal. If you're watching for the first time, this is normal. Thank you, Rhonda. So this was copied from an idea that Carrie showed over on Create and Connect. She didn't make it, like I said, it was a card she had made in the past, but she basically described what she did. And I think I might have just over spritzed mine the first time, but then I liked how it looked, and I was like, I'll just dry it and stamp on top of it. So I don't know if that's exactly how she did hers. I think Carrie was on here earlier. Anyway, so, but you can always modify stuff you see. I'll mini glue dot these bows on here. And did I read that comment out loud or only in my head? That someone said they're making this card, or using this stamp set for their best friend. Yeah, Susan. I can't wait to order your stamp set. My first card will be for my best friend of 36 years. Love it, Susan. And, yeah, I think a lot of us have, even if they've only been your friend 1 year, a lot of us have friends like that. For this one, I used only small matte black dots. Did I? Yes. And I used 3, like before, and they're just kind of concentrated around the words and the bow. I really can't pick which one I like better. With less pink or more pink, because I kind of like, if I look at this, I love how it's all looks like I painted it basically, which I'm not great at that. And when I look at this, I like the starkness of the white. What do y'all think? More pink or less pink? And then against the card base, so you can get your voting here. So there's that version. Ugh, I cannot, do y'all have that trouble when you're trying to just see if something looks good? I always bump it. Or that one. Kind of like that one better. I do like them both too, Janet. So I'll glue this one down and I'll finish that one later as a full card, because it's definitely something you don't want to waste. I am going to add a little more adhesive than normal. Oops, because this paper is curled a little bit. If you can see it. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's curled up a little because of how wet we got it. But hopefully that showed y'all how good this watercolor paper is and how basically easy this technique is, because it dried so fast. You could let it air dry it too, of course, and I don't think it would really take that long, but I was in a rush when I made mine. But I doubt it would take too long. Oh, I don't know what I was about to glue that to. And then here's my original. It's kind of a mix between the two. Like, it's got a little more than this one and a little less than this one. So there's all three of those. I hope y'all like it. And for some reason, my flowers are darker on my original that I stamped. Again, not sure. Unless I need to re-ink my ink pad, because I've been putting a wet stamp on it. So I might need to just re-ink that a little bit. I mean, it looks fine, but you know. All right. Sandy likes them both. That is a perfect answer. Nothing wrong with that. There are all three cards. They're kind of in the same color scheme this week, which I don't usually do. I mean, I know that one's a little different, but it pulls in that coastal and all that. But I hope you guys like these. I hope you had fun today. Thank you, Pat. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Sandy. I'm sure I'm missing comments here. Robin, can't decide. Thank you. Diana, yeah, it's a little different every time. So you could make 30, 40, whatever, and have a cool different look on each one. Linda, getting that stamp set as a gift. Yay. I'm glad I found you. I'm glad you found me too, Linda. And glad you're here. Rhonda, the flowers are all from Beautiful Friendship. In case, I don't know if I answered that or if someone else did or not. So anyway, just in case, Beautiful Friendship, it is retiring. You may have it because it's been around a while, Rhonda. Susan, good. Open up that watercolor paper. Awesome. And a lot of y'all said both cards. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Jackie, for she likes the color combo. Old-fashioned floral print with a new twist. Love it, Martha. Thanks, Terry. Cool. Sue says she loves the color combos from today. I did, like a lot of times I'll get on Pinterest for inspiration, of course, and Pinterest and also looking up colors of hydrangeas and pink, a bright pink. I think that's where I decided to stick with this color scheme, because I saw a bright pink that looked like our magenta and I was like, oh, that's going to be perfect. So anyway, all right. Well, everyone have a great day. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Susan, totally. Obviously, you can use any stamps with that technique. Like, just try it out, see how they look. You know, that also could have made a background to stamp something completely different on top of as well. So lots of opportunities there. All right, I'm going to take the camera off the stand to turn it off so you'll see it move for a minute. But thank you guys very much. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Sue. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.